How's it going everyone, and welcome back to the channel for another Star Wars gaming video. And in today's video we're going to discuss what I believe is something that could change Star Wars games forever, both in the long term obviously, but also in the short term. Because recent reveals have kind of created a bit of a shift on the outlook of Star Wars games, as just a few days ago we got a little bit more revealed for Star Wars Squadrons, which, you know, in itself was a good insight. But shortly after that, we got the LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga gameplay trailer, and it's fair to say that it kind of blew away most of the people who saw it. Whether you were excited for the game or not, the general consensus has been hugely positive, which, when it comes to anything Star Wars, that doesn't happen all that often, as some people just love to hate everything and are only around Star Wars to literally hate Star Wars. But I myself personally, I didn't really care about the Skywalker Saga, as it is just a LEGO game to me, but I mean, I was completely converted by the trailer and it has me so much more optimistic on the future of Star Wars games. Especially given the reveal that showcased what DLC the game is going to have. Now, I haven't talked about that on the channel yet, and it is amazing. I was completely over the moon when I heard about it, so we'll of course dive into that later on. I must say, all I need at this point for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is Baby Yoda to be in the game. I just want to see him revealed somewhere.
I would like to see the baby.
Now anyway, for anyone who has been following the channel lately, you guys would know I am optimistic about the future of Star Wars games, but at the same time, I'm not. It's kind of a seesaw for me. The potential is there, absolutely, but it's just whether or not the potential will actually be utilized. But you know, I've made a million videos talking about that, so I'm not going to beat a dead horse here. Today is going to be different. Today, it's not optimism, it's excitement. And that's something that hasn't happened since Battlefront 2 was cancelled over 4 months ago. Now, before we dive into all of that, if you are new around here, then be sure to subscribe to the channel for more Star Wars gaming content, and be sure to check us out over on Twitch. We're running a series of giveaways right now, and I mean, who doesn't love free stuff? And also be sure to let me know in the comments what you think of LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. But anyway, let's dive on into this. Now, I have seen some people say that LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga just doesn't count to the current umbrella of Star Wars games because EA are not the publishers behind the game. This game is obviously made by TT Games and it's kind of under the Warner Brothers umbrella, but in my opinion, if it's a Star Wars game, it's a Star Wars game. I don't care if it's not an EA Star Wars game. It all fits under the one big umbrella for me, and that is Star Wars games. So when I talk about the future of Star Wars games, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is going to play a huge part in it. And given what we saw in the gameplay trailer reveal and what we know about future DLC, I think in all honesty, it's going to be the main Star Wars game for a while, which is something I've spoken about in the past. You know, I always said that Star Wars games kind of need that big live service game to be the constant, the chosen one so to speak, while smaller projects like Squadrons come out sporadically off to the side. Well, given what we now know with the recent reveals for the Skywalker Saga, I think it's fair to say that this game is going to be that chosen one. And that has completely, at least in my opinion, changed the face of how Star Wars games are going to pan out over the next few years. We knew all along that the Skywalker Saga was going to be this massive game, but I don't think we fully comprehended that claim until we saw the gameplay reveal. But of course, I don't speak for everybody, that's just at least how I perceived it, but regardless, I thought the year 2021 was going to be this barren wasteland for Star Wars games. I mean, think about it, Squadrons comes out in a little bit over a month. It's going to be fun, sure, but it's probably not going to last that long given the nature of the game being a smaller and more niched project. And then I mean, what else is there? Battlefront 2 is fading away whether people like to admit it or not, and Fallen Order sequel is still ages away, so what did 2021 really have going for it when it comes to Star Wars games? Short of a game just getting randomly announced to come out in 2021 that we knew nothing about, there was literally nothing. We might have gotten a small game announcement next year to come out in like 2022 or 2023, which I think is something we'll probably still get. But with this new massive LEGO Star Wars game coming out in 2021 due to its delay, that fills a huge gap to help Star Wars games not fall into the realms of obscurity, and that's awesome. Now granted, there will be people that complain because it is a LEGO game, and I understand where those people are coming from because, I was one of those people. So, I doubt it's going to be as popular as a Battlefront game would, but it's still going to fill that huge void that Battlefront 2's cancellation left in the Star Wars gaming scene. But now I just want to dedicate this part of the video to talk about the DLC that this game is going to have and just why it is so important. So it was recently revealed that if you buy the deluxe edition of LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, you will get DLC packs for Solo: A Star Wars Story, Rogue One, The Mandalorian, and The Bad Batch, which is the new show coming out next year, I believe. And there's also DLC for classic characters, so whatever that's going to entail. So just about everything from all areas of mainstream Star Wars is going to be in this game, which is an insane thought. We already know, and it's been proven by this trailer, that they are not skimping out with content for this game. It looks like they are going to have, pretty much everything from the popular poster characters like Luke, Vader, Kylo, Rey, Anakin, Obi-Wan, etc. But even Yaddle featured in this trailer. If that doesn't tell you that they're going to be going obscure with content, then I don't know what does. And that's exciting because one main theme, at least with the past two Battlefront games, is missing content. Battlefront 2015 was just the original trilogy and probably the biggest example of it. It had no prequel content, no sequel content, just original trilogy, and it was pretty bare upon its release. As for Battlefront 2, it was missing important locations like Coruscant, Mustafar, Ahsoka Tano, and the list goes on, but it seems like that kind of problem won't be present with the Skywalker Saga, which alone makes this game one to watch and one to buy. I honestly at this point just can't imagine this game is going to miss that much. I just hope that they have a ton of Clone Wars content so we can see characters like Cad Bane and Savage Opress and characters like that. Now when it comes to content, I think this is one of the reasons why this game could sort of change the game for Star Wars games going forward. It's fair to say that players these days are not happy unless there is a substantial amount of content in the games that they buy. And that is completely fair enough. Star Wars games have missed that expectation a fair bit. Battlefront 2015, like I previously spoke about, was a glowing example of lack of content, and Battlefront 2 was much better and a bigger improvement. And Jedi Fallen Order, as good as the game was, I guess if you wanted to nitpick, you could have a dig at the amount of content. But LEGO Star Wars it's not going to have that issue. I think it's going to set a high bar for content expectations for future games, and that could have an everlasting effect on Star Wars games in future, which would be a good thing. Fans expect substantial content for the money they pay, and like I said, that's totally fine. And even EA seem to have realized that by, not releasing Squadrons as a full-priced game. So when we see full-priced games from EA after the release of LEGO Star Wars with a different publisher just killing it with content, I think it's fair to say that the price tag is really going to have to be justified with substantial content. So us as consumers, I think the odds of us seeing a full-price game have an underwhelming amount of content like we have in the past is going to be significantly lower now, thanks to LEGO Star Wars. Now, of course, we can't not talk about the kind of game that this is going to be. It of course is going to have all the quirks and humor of a LEGO game. That's just kind of what you'd expect to come from a LEGO game at this point. But the open world factor is going to play a huge part in this game. And that alone has me wanting to play this game so badly. Just knowing that we're going to be able to explore worlds like Coruscant, Mustafar, Utapau. Yeah, I know I sound like a Clone Wars fanboy, but allow it. I didn't get my Coruscant fix with Battlefront 2. But the idea of exploring these locations is half the appeal of the game for most people, but for me it's probably about 80%. And from what we have seen from the trailers, these worlds we're going to be exploring look really damn good. They probably don't look as good as Battlefront 2's locations, but considering it's a LEGO game, I am very happy with how good these locations look from what we have seen so far. Now, I know for a fact that it's been a massive deal for a long time for Star Wars fans to see an open world Star Wars game. We've had them cancelled, but this looks like it might be the closest we are going to get. Now, just how open LEGO Star Wars is going to be is up for debate, but it's no doubt going to hook a lot of players, and who knows, it could pave the way and make EA realize how popular an open world Star Wars game could be. But I think what is certain is that LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga has come in clutch for Star Wars games and is going to be a big deal and really change Star Wars games going forward. An exciting game with incredible potential, and it's looking really damn good so far. But guys, what do you all think of LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga? Make sure you go ahead and let me know in the comments below, and remember to drop a like on this video if you did enjoy it and subscribe to the channel for more. And remember to follow us over on Twitch, where we will be playing this game when it comes out, as well as Star Wars Squadrons, amongst other games as well. But that is going to do it for me today. Thank you all for watching, and have a good one.